Hello, sir. Your name, please?
Yes, Carlos Lopez.
Would you please tell me where are you from?
I'm from Orlando, Florida.
Yes, thank you. Now, would you please answer me the several questions?
Yes, of course.
Do you think personal space is important?
Yes, I believe so. Every person, to varying degrees, will need a certain amount of time to themselves every day.
Yeah. So, do you think personal space is high valued in American societies?
Yes, especially American society, which is more of an individualistic society. Personal space is paramount.
Yeah. So, will you feel uncomfortable if you go to a crowded place?
Crowded place, no, I would not feel uncomfortable in that situation.
So, it means that if some strangers come close to you and maybe sit right beside you, you will not feel uncomfortable.
If it's the case that two strangers sharing a public space, then no, I would not be.
So, it depends on the public space or the private space, right?
Private meaning like a home or.
Oh, yeah.
In that case, no. Either way, if we're both sharing a space, in that case we might be standing in line or on a bench. We'll be sharing a public space, and it would be for two different reasons.
Yes.
Right.
So, while in public space, do you see that always someone who just use his phone and talk loudly? Do you mind if you get into that situation?
Depending on how loudly they speak, of course, in any situation, it's going to be annoying. But unless they're speaking in a very high tone or having a fight on the phone, it's not going to be that bothersome.
So, will you avoid them, or you will just go to them and to ask them to turn down their voice?
I would be most likely more passive and avoid them. Right.
Yes, thank you. So, would you please give me an example of an incursion on our personal space?
Good example, I suppose, living around this area, if you have someone that you don't know come up to you asking you for something, normally they come very, very close, most likely about this distance from you. That, even with a friend, would not be normal distance when speaking with someone, so that would make me a little bit uncomfortable, or like infringing on my personal space.
Yes, thank you. That's a good example. Now, would you please answer me some question about animals, such as primates? Do you think they have the concept of privacy?
I don't believe they have the concept of privacy the same as we do, but perhaps more in the sense of territory.
So, do you think they also need personal space?
In relation to the territory, yes, some animals may not consider privacy as in they don't want to show something to another animal, but they do have their personal space, and if they can become aggressive if anything, anyone infringes upon that personal space.
Thank you. I think that's a good idea. Yeah. Do you think they have emotions like human beings?
Yes, in multitude of situations, animals have demonstrated some sort of emotion or reaction on the same level as humans. That, depending on who you ask, may have a different situation, but I believe they do.
Thank you for your great help. Thank you.
Of course, of course.